Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been slashed across the face in the middle of a ruthless bandit sword fight, trying to shake off electric homing arrows while dodging deadly spells left and right, and thought to yourself, damn, I really wish I had less to work with? Well, you know what? I have. I think we've gotten far too reliant on technology and chemistry. Maybe all these fancy-pantsy spells and
prime Airden steel you got there
have just been bogging us down. It's about time we ask ourselves the big questions. Can you beat Blade and Sorcery without Blades or Sorcery? First, let's define the rules of the challenge. Swords, daggers, and axes are clearly off limits, but if I truly want to remain pure, I can't use bows or shot arrows either. The only weapons I can use are blunt, like hammers and maces. If the weapon is mainly blunt but has a pointy end, I can still use it as long as I only intentionally use the blunt side. I can't use spells or imbuements of any kind, but if I reflect an enemy's spell back at them, it should be fine. So far so good, but here's where the challenge gets difficult. I can't spend any crystals on skills or buffs, meaning no flying kick or time slow, plus my health will be capped at 100 for the whole run. In addition, I can't use telekinesis sorcery. Because the button to grab an object is bound to the same button as telekinesis, I'll say that in the likely event that I do telekinesis something, I just can't use that thing anymore. This will be a trend for these rules. Intent matters. The game is heavily physics-based, so it doesn't always do what you want it to do. I'll also be playing on permadeath. 'Cause I'm him, that's why. With all that out of the way, let's begin. I chose strategically to start with the tutorial because it spawns in enemies who drop owned weapons. The only problem is, to get to my house, I'll need to fight them with my feet and fists. I also had to deal with an unexpected adversary.
My controller's dead.
But eventually I prevailed.
Yes.
let's make this quick.
Whatever.
Along the way, I picked up my first real weapon, a wooden targe. This will be essential in the early game.
This targe will be my only method of damaging people, so I'm gonna have to use it wisely.
Now that I had a weapon to my name, I headed out to my first outpost. Pretty quickly, my preferred playstyle emerged, bashing people in the head with whatever I'm holding until they die.
Bad?
Just as I thought I was getting the hang of it, disaster struck.
Oh, no. I used sorcery telekinesis on that. Now I can't use it.
Back to punching, I guess. With some creativity, I scavenged a better weapon nearby.
Hey, this isn't so bad.
I also picked up another targe, but this one wasn't owned, so I couldn't take it with me. After that, I got back in my groove and finished the rest of the outpost with ease.
God. Okay, happy drowning.
Now I can't use my tainted targe per se, but I can sell it to recoup the loss.
Get rid of it.
Getting any cash I can at this stage is vital to success. I found a better hammer,
This one.
but it was too expensive for me. If I wanted the upgrade, I'd have to save up and come back later when I had more money.
I've got my eye on that.
I had to fist fight my way through the next outpost, but it gave me enough money to finally get that hammer.
What's this?
If you really want to cause some damage, that mace is going to do the trick.
It's not a... whatever.
With a hammer by my side, dealing with enemies got a lot easier. If I was careful, it could even one-shot. The rest of the next outpost was much easier now that I wasn't punching people to death. But I still had a few close calls.
Ow!
Both map pieces were now in my possession, off to the Dalgarian dungeon. The main challenge from no spells allowed is the fact that you can't gravity jump. Seriously, with the way these maps are designed, not being able to gravity jump is a strong handicap.
God, I wish I could use that sword. Alright.
How am I gonna get past this without sorcery? Never mind, there's a way around.
I didn't even know about this path. There's just straight up a path around.
But the next door won't be as forgiving. Immediately, I start trying to position myself on top of the door frame. I've never seen anyone else try this, but I have a hunch that if I wedge myself right in here and stand up...
Oh? Holy shit. I didn't think this would actually work. But how do I get my hands up?
Thus commenced me trying way too long to clip through this door. I managed to get my hands through, but I couldn't get the rest of my body any further. After looking around on the internet for a solution, I couldn't find a way.
I cannot figure it out. If anyone knows how to do this, please. I swear there's a way to glitch up there.
I ended up just pretending to move the ball with my hands while actually just using telekinesis. I know, it's a bit of a bummer, but it's my run, hey? I get to decide when I'm breaking the rules. The rest of the dungeon was a cakewalk, and the golem didn't stand a chance. Now, you might think, I don't need that crystal, it's blasphemous sorcery. But as it turns out, you need to charge it and at least poke it to activate the portal out of here.
In that case, I'll put it in the least anomalous skill, body. That's right, I'm just getting swole. I never gets old. One down, 5 to go.
After some light proselytizing...
Magic isn't real! Magic isn't real!
Followed by some minor skull readjustment. 2 more map pieces were mine. And I could enter another dungeon. It wouldn't be long before I encountered another fearsome foe, the Electric Archer.
Oh, shit. Throughout all this journey, the number one thing that's going to hurt me the most is electric arrows.
These early dungeons aren't too hard, but you can already feel the heat being ever so slowly cranked up.
Oh. Dude, you alright? Come on. Holy shit.
2 down, 4 to go. After emptying my pockets at the shop, I spotted a shiny new toy. Oh yeah.
Oh my. Yeah, I think I'm trading in. Oh.
Thanks for your business.
I also bought some new armor.
Oh yeah.
Testing out the War Maul, it had much higher damage and could more reliably crit unprotected enemies.
Give me that. Give me this.
This would be my bread and butter for the rest of the run.
You missed.
The rest of the outposts in the dungeon went fairly smoothly, with only minor hiccups.
Egg. Oh no, buddy. There we go.
3 down, 3 to go. No turning back now.
Here's where things are starting to start getting interesting.
Returning to the shop again, I sold my loot and kitted up.
Very powerful.
Enemies are now more likely to spawn with leather armor, which gives massive protection from blunt weapons. That means no guaranteed one-shots anymore.
Why are they made of silver? Come on.
Against single enemies I have no trouble, but as soon as they start flanking it becomes impossible to keep track of them all, let alone swing this heavy hammer around to hit them. Combined with leather armor that lets enemies get knocked down without dying, and it's very easy to get backed into a corner without realizing it. But as long as I watch my back, I should be okay for now.
Give me that. Holy moly. What the hell? Oops. Brilliant.
Four down, 2 to go.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
As enemies get better at sorcery, a new challenge appears, accidentally imbuing your weapons. If an enemy hits your weapon with a spell or imbued item, it'll pick up some of the residual sorcery, meaning you can't use it until that fades away. With no other option, it's often better to fistfight. For a second there, all this wealth and success made me think I wasn't just lucky, but actually good at the game. Let's see how quickly my arrogance is punished.
That's quite the cash reward. I sure hope I won't come to regret this. These are the people I'm worried about.
This is a rogue, a high-level enemy covered head to toe in strong leather armor. Normally, with a blunt weapon build, you could just stab or slash through it with a spare dagger, but I can only bludgeon, so in practice they're super tanky. There's really no good way to deal with them. They're also super aggressive, slashing over and over and over again, leaving no room to land a heavy attack. But with enough perseverance...
Stop comboing! Christ almighty!
I try to stealth my way through this arena, but since I have no points in body or mind, I'm spotted immediately. I try to make a break for it, but I'm too late.
Run.
My only choice is to fight, and this will be the toughest fight so far.
Where the fuck did you come from?
Oh, that was pretty hard, but the real challenge is just ahead. Walking into the dungeon, my mind is elsewhere, distracted. I arrogantly think I have everything under control, the perfect time for the enemies to strike. A surprise sorcerer takes out my only weapon as a rogue closes in. In the distance, flaming arrows rain supporting fire. I did not expect to meet this much resistance so quickly.
I'm about to die.
With my health dwindling, my only option is to kite the enemies and munch apples. But with archers behind me, that's easier said than done.
Need to get away from...
Eventually, I managed to separate them and deal with them one by one, coming out on top.
Jeez. This isn't even the boss yet.
Compared to that, the golem was child's play. But that's not all.
Now I need to really get ready.
Ambush. This is the final climactic battle. If I can survive these waves of enemies assaulting my base, it's a straight line to the finish.
Now things are going to start picking up. Shit.
They had me in a tight spot for a second there, but the power of apples saves the day.
There's a fucking marksman. Is that it? No, I think I won. I mean, that was pretty intense.
Now that that's over, the finish line is in sight. Just a few more easy outposts, a dungeon, and I'm home free.
No formalities here.
I never needed you.
Time to see where this teleporter takes us. Wait, is that sorcery? Approaching the final room, my worst fears are confirmed. Not only is the end surrounded by an impenetrable wall of blasphemy, but the thing I've been after all this time was a blade? All this money looted, all these skulls rearranged, all for what? A shiny knife? No, it can't be. There's only one way forward. I have to go in, sacrifice myself, so no one can know. No one can know the truth. The sword is a lie. And magic isn't real!
Fuck. Oh well. I guess you can't.
So, would I recommend this challenge? Honestly, no. If you want to do something similar, it would probably be way more fun to just do a no spells run, so you could actually use telekinesis, upgrade your character, imbue your weapons, and take advantage of the game's full arsenal. I just wanted to torture myself to say that I could. I think playing on one life mode added a lot to this challenge because it prevented me from just running in and brute forcing every encounter. Besides that, every other rule was there just to cause me pain, specifically back pain after bending over so many times to pick up my drop hammer. This challenge originally started out with only the sorcery related rule set, but I eventually decided that it was too easy and added more just to spice things up. In all seriousness, this was my longest video to make yet, so if you made it this far, feel free to subscribe and drop a like. This style of video isn't what I usually make, so let me know if you want to see more like it. That was an ordeal. Thanks for watching my struggle, and goodbye.